They say a stitch in time saves nine, and the early bird catches the worm. So if you plan things, you are doing yourself a big favor. The more you plan, the better your case is going to be. We'll talk about that in the details. So, as I was mentioning, what happens if you have time on your side? You have time to plan, you have to do things the right way. Because many a times immigration ke jitne bhi matters hai, they all depend on some prerequisites, things which have to align up. And if you haven't done those things as of yet, you do have the time to make up for the deficiencies and then file your case. Or hota kya hai, if you already have the requirements, let's say an NIW, National Interest Waiver, so you file your case. If you don't, then you first build up your case. और होता यही है कि it starts from the beginning. आपने अपना DS 160 फॉर्म भरा, उसमें आपने कुछ लिखा. Then you come to the US, start building your profile. You should not rely on only hearsay. किसी ने कहा, दोस्त ने कहा, जो भी कहा उसे कर दें. You have your own facts, and those facts have to be properly documented. So if you have your end goal in sight and plan all those things according to that, your chances of success, whether it's an F1 student, whether it is an E2, whether it's an H1B, whether it's a green card, anything of that is going to be helpful. Because what happens is you have planned according to that. Now planning doesn't mean that you're concocting things. आप कोई गलत बात नहीं कर रहे. But you're building your profile. क्योंकि होता ये है कि when you file your immigration case, so any immigration case that it needs its own requirements. It has a particular set of documents that are required. And normally if you come to a person, a professional like me, we go by what you have given us. तो हम कहते हैं भाई ये चीज़ें आपने दी हैं, that's only what we can do. But if you contact a person like me, a professional, way before time and say, this is my ultimate goal, this is what I want to do, please help me in organizing my documents, in looking at my profile and building it up so that the right approach is done. It leads to the chances of success. And that is helping yourself. So you don't have to go through this process again. We completely comprehend that this is not a process in which you do something, it doesn't work out, and then you say, okay, you know what, let me start over again. It takes lots of efforts, time, money, resources. So it's better that it's done properly the first time so you don't have to repeat it, and the chances of success towards your goal is better. What we have seen is people do contact us, they contact us way ahead of time. वो हमसे बात कर लेते हैं when they initially start. So I'll talk about let's say an H1B. So इस साल अभी, which is in May 2026, they contact and they say, well, we want to apply for an H1B in, let's say, 2027, in 2028. So we tell them that these are the requirements which need to do. You need to have a bachelor's degree, you need to have an employer. So they build it up instead of coming here and saying कि जी मैं तो अब यहाँ आ गया हूँ, अब मैं क्या करूँ, मेरे पास employer तो है लेकिन we're out of time. So you can plan accordingly. और plan accordingly में सबसे important चीज़ होती है about the kids as well. Because most parents who have kids of the school going age, they are very concerned कि बच्चों के schooling को क्या करना है. अब उसमें सबसे इम्पॉर्टेंट वक्त जो आने का है, दैट इज़ समर. क्यों? आप मई जून में आए, बिकॉज देन यू हैव द नेक्स्ट 3 months in which it's already the summer vacation that kids don't have to go to school, and that's giving you a leverage. Those parents who come in, let's say in October, now it's right in the middle of the school year. They come in Feb, it's right smack in the middle of the school year, and the kids cannot go to school until whatever they have done, a change of status, is approved. So things, if done according to plan, are much more under control. And the other thing which I dilated upon, ये जो planning ahead of time है, because immigration, first of all, it's voluntary, right? ये ऐसी चीज़ नहीं है कि आपको किसी ने thrust कर दिया कि जाओ ये करो. So you do it out of your own accord, and then it is totally dependent on a number of circumstances which are not within your control. तो उसमें एंग्जाइटी बढ़ती रहती है. आप उसको कम कर सकते हैं by planning. There is a sort of an unknown aspect in all of these immigration matters that can be reduced to a certain extent again by planning. So planning preparing your documents in a way that meets the requirements. Again, I cannot stress enough that nothing has to be concocted. Everything is true so that it is double, triple checked, but it is based on the requirements. So if you plan ahead of time, you're doing yourself a big favor. This has to be done in conjunction with, obviously, your resources many a times, an accountant many a times, the other people who are playing an important role in this whole process. So you work according to your last goal in mind, but you inch forward one step at a time, and inshallah you can have much more brighter chances of success. We focus on that. हमारी कोशिश ये होती है कि हम आपका कोई भी काम पकड़ें तो we don't take only one thing. We take the larger picture. Okay, how to bring you in on a non-immigrant visa, then move over to a permanent one, even up to the level of citizenship. Because and normally लोगों का क्या होता है कि eventually they want to go to citizenship, which is, I mean, absolutely what everybody wants. But what is happening is, even at the final step of the green card, they're going back. Sorry, at the citizenship level, they're going back and checking how did the person get the green card. And before the green card, the documents or the information that was submitted in the DS-160, did it match up all throughout that? So planning plays such an important role that we have to foresee, predict कि क्या क्या प्रॉब्लम्स हैं जो आ सकते हैं. उन प्रॉब्लम्स को हमें एड्रेस करना है और पहले ही ध्यान करना है, ताकि बाद में जिस तरह वक्त के साथ साथ आपके रूट्स इस मुल्क के अंदर ज़्यादा एम्बेड होते रहते हैं. यू कम इन, यू डोंट हैव अ होम, यू डोंट हैव अ कार. आफ्टर अ फ्यू ईयर्स किड्स आर गोइंग टू स्कूल, दे आर एम्बेडेड इन द सोसाइटी. आपने घर ले लिया, गाड़ी ले ली, बिजनेस ले लिया. सो नाउ अपरूटिंग दैट इज़ मोर डिफ़िकल्ट. The only thing you can count on is yourself कि मैंने जो काम अब तक किया वो सही किया. और उसमें सबसे बेहतर यही है, no shortcuts, keeping all your documents in a row, and then connecting your dots from the very first time you filed anything up until the present and even in the future. So, and just to end the note on this, on planning, about not too long time ago, there was a Customs and Border Patrol ICE officer जिसने सर्व किया है, and he retired. तो his mother said कि अपने भाई के लिए भी फाइल कर दो, who's in Mexico. उसने फाइल कर दिया I-130. जब उसने फाइल किया तो पता ये लगा कि उसका अपना बर्थ सर्टिफिकेट जो था वो सही नहीं था, एंड सो वो ICE ने उन्हीं के खिलाफ डिपोर्टेशन प्रोसीडिंग्स की, who was one of their own. So it's so very important to look at your documents to see if they are correct. You don't want to do something which can cause you problems later on. So I cannot stress enough, that's the take of the day, that plan well ahead of time so you can protect your future. And thank you for listening to this.
Your attorney, your immigration ally.